And welcome to a new video on Polymarket liquidity rewards. This was actually a video that was requested by a Discord member, but I'm going to be going into it and we're going to be taking a look at how exactly you can make money from just setting limit orders. And yeah, without further ado, let's dive in. First thing that you're going to want to do is hover over to here from the main page. You're going to go over to more and click rewards. You can also get it here though, but we're going to go here. This is the daily rewards page. First thing that you're going to have to know is this is essentially a way that Polymarket will pay you for setting limit orders, and you will get paid at midnight UTC every single day. One really important thing to tell you though is you do need to make at least $1 for you to actually get paid out. It says it right here. So this is not something probably worth doing if you do not clear the threshold of $1 during a day. That is just something that I want you to make sure you guys know. Now let's go into the markets. First thing that we want to look at is the reward itself. Let's go look at what we can get. Now, as you can see, I did this as a test example, and we currently hold 0.1% of the 300 USDC daily reward. But what you tend to want to do is to look for high reward markets that do not have a lot of competition, such as this. But at the same time, you need to ask yourself if it's worth it because of any potential move in these markets, right? If we bet the wrong side and just set a limit order, we could lose our entire investment pretty quickly, right? Such as this one, if we bet yes or no. So if I want to bet no, that might be a little bit more risky because if he does, then I'm screwed. So maybe yes might be just a little bit better. So let's go see if we can actually make some money on these liquidity rewards. I'll show you how to do it. Again, this one would be a bit riskier for a few reasons. First of all, the minimum shares is a bit high. Second of all, it's a news event. So this is one you probably want to be very careful with. But let's actually go try it out. So we're going to do 39 for 100 shares min, right? Now, some of you guys may have never seen this page before, but this is the daily rewards page where you can actually set bids for yes or no by clicking that. I like to do end of day expiration, just tends to work best for me. And yeah, so let's go set it. So we do that, and then we're going to hit place. And we can set more orders if we would so desire. My order is going to come up here that you will soon see. And we set the minimum reward, as you can see. Now, if you have done this successfully, your order will be blue. If your order on Polymarket is not blue, then you are not earning any rewards. So I do want you to know you need to make sure it's blue. The second thing that you're going to want to know is it might not update right away. So we might want to actually refresh the page just to see what percent we actually get of this market. But it might not tell us right away. It might actually take some time, right? But when it does come up, we're actually going to be able to see, the percent right here. Another thing that you can do if you would like to is look for the least competitive. So this is no competition because the spread is too large. And these are ones that are going to be easy to provide liquidity for. What I will say is, to be honest with you guys, most of these markets are not worth the risk, which means that the money that you're going to make from liquidity rewards are typically just not going to be worth it. The ones that are worth it are going to be kind of markets that are kind of already pretty much never going to happen or always going to happen, if that makes sense. If there are markets that are competitive and either thing could happen, then obviously that might be a problem. But there are markets where there's just no way really that that could ever happen. And those are markets that you might actually want to, make money from. So as you can see here, these are the bids and the offers and the fair value price. And essentially, one thing I want to show you is when you look at the price here, guys, what this means is that we need to put a limit order within 3 cents of these prices. So if we put yes, we need to put a bid within 3 cents of that, 10.5. If we put a bid for no, a bid for yes, we put a bid for no, we need to put a bid within 10 of 90. Does that make sense? So this is unlikely to happen. So I'd much rather bid on the no side, but let's go actually see if we can make any rewards by bidding at like 88, 87 and stuff like that. So if we want to do no 88 for min, which is 20, of course, let's place that. And again, it might not show up right away, but we will be getting liquidity rewards eventually with that. So let's go see our other one right here with percent. And this is what I wanted to show you. As you can see, we have 0.21% of this liquidity pool. So essentially what this means is that we're going to get 0.21% of 300. Now, if price gets closer to your limit order, you will make more money. Also, if other people remove their liquidity, their bids and offers, you will also make more money. If people place more limit orders around here, you will make less money. Okay, that's how the competition works for these percentages, okay? So you do have to keep that in mind. Now, it's up to you whether to decide, should I go for a very low competition market or a very high competition market? It's really up to you. But like I had said before, these are typically something that it might not be worth it. A lot of these just have a lot of risk in them. So if you try to set a limit order, yeah, that could always be, a bit of a problem. So if we go here to the sports rewards, these markets might be a little bit better because some of these might be done deals, like ones where, hey, will X player win this award or something that the player really can't win, stuff like that. Those might be a bit better to get liquidity on. So let's go look at a few of these and just see if we see any of these that might be good. I'm kind of looking for markets that are pretty extreme, right? There's a lot of ones here, definitely a lot of ones here, but let's go look here. This is actually a bit of esports right here. Will G2 win? Will Complexity win? So this one might be interesting just because I like watching this stuff. But let's go actually see if we can set some liquidity rewards for this one, right? So you can see it here. We actually would only get 10, but I think this is not a terrible trade to make, a terrible liquidity reward to make. So to make it, let's actually use this page right here with 50 shares, right? And we're going to do no, end of day. So I'm actually going to do a 87, and I'm going to do the minimum and place. I think that that's not a bad idea. And that will get us some liquidity rewards. And that is why that icon went blue right there, because, we're within the range, as you can see right here. So we get blue, right? So this one expires, tonight, but I don't think that it is a terrible idea. And soon you will get the percentage of, like how much of the liquidity pool that you own. Now, as I had said, this can definitely be a good way, to make money, but definitely not the best way to make money on the website. There are better ways, I would say, and probably safer ways. But if you were curious about how these work, I have just shown you how they work. They have been updated to make you less money, unfortunately. But sometimes there are things you can do that, might make you a lot. One quick thing to tell you that you could make a lot of money from is if you ever see a low competition market with a high reward, maybe it's just like a new market that was just posted, you could start claiming those liquidity rewards quite quickly by being the first one to set orders. Just know, if you do that though, you need to be pretty good at setting your orders and canceling them if things don't go well, right? I have to be careful with these because some of these are news-based events or sports-based events, which obviously can change. But for now, I'm happy with this because think about it this way. I am offering 50 shares, right? And I get 31.15% of this liquidity pool. Now, if I want, this is a little bit more advanced, but I could also do a bit of stacking by doing something like this, and then place this order here. And this should also get me some more liquidity rewards too, because I'll be bidding at the 86. Of course, this is going to be taking some risk. Because, this is just going to be inherently risky. I think I might actually have to bid 88, actually. I might have to do 88 here. But it is a way, you can make money. It definitely is. I want to see, though, if I can get both blue. Yeah, that one should be blue, though. So that should be increasing my percentage earned. With that, happy trading. This is how you earn money from liquidity rewards. And, yeah.